And I made it on each side. Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut. I'm here with Mike Kelly, and we're Real Estate Jerky Daily.
We're raring to go.
Are we?
It looks like we are.
Oh, well, I
feel like I did.
Maybe
I'm done. I'm over.
I'm lost.
What? No clue what I'm talking about.
None at all.
Let me have my second sip of coffee.
All right. I've already had two. And what's worse now is I go there and I push it to go from 30 to like 45 amount of coffee in it, instead of just the one you're supposed to have. So basically I'm having 4 cups of coffee and 2 cups. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Timer saver.
That's right.
So how was your weekend?
Good. We were at the cabin, and so we didn't do much at all.
That's actually good.
Well, the problem was the dogs. Her dog kept waking me up the first night, and so we were exhausted because it was so early, and then you don't do much, and you go on a couple walks, but that's not doing much. And then Sunday, her dog woke me up at 2:45, barking that it needs to go outside, and then again at 3:15, and then again at 3:45, and then
false alarms.
And then Broncos did really well yesterday. They almost made a record. Which is not a good record to make, but anyway,
that's not the record you're looking for, is it?
No, but that's what that's what happens when you pay a lot for a quarterback and you only have so much money to pay for the rest of the people.
Yeah, and you're just hoping they're going to step up, or they're going to just all of a sudden find some talent.
Well, I mean, you look at a few teams, they have great quarterbacks. I mean, Miami Dolphins right now, I don't think they've been this good since they had Dan Marino. Yeah. Whenever that was.
That was in the 70s.
Yes, that's what I thought. That's the last time they were this good.
Yeah. That would be the 1970s, not the 2070s, because we haven't lived those yet.
No.
I got to get a haircut.
I forgot on Friday. I was supposed to go get mine.
Yeah, I got a schedule. I think I'll try to do it Thursday.
You want to go through some numbers before we lose everybody?
Let's, what numbers do you have?
Well, that's all right. So there's not a lot. So they were talking about why are pending home sales dropping 13% year over year, right? Why are they lower? And the reason they're lower is because we don't have any inventory. We talked about this multiple times.
Right.
We say the same thing over and over again. No inventory. That's why existing home sales are lower, because if you don't have inventory to sell, it's not going to be sold. Because we have two things right now. Prices are up, right? And the median prices nationwide is up, and you have rates up, and they would expect it to have a bubble, and that's not what's happening. What's happening is there's just too many people chasing too few homes.
Yep.
That's the moral of the story.
Yeah, we say that all the time, and we need to build. We simply need to build.
If you're everybody's afraid to.
Yeah. That's the only thing that's going to stop it. I was talking with some neighbors last night. We were sitting on the porch, and they're saying, when are these prices going to go down, and when are the interest rates going to go down? I said, well, I don't know the answer to either of those, but prices won't go down until we start building. Modesto used to build 1,000 homes a year. We don't do that anymore. And we don't do that across the state of California or the nation. So if you build it, the people will come, and if you build it, you'll increase inventory, and if you increase inventory, guess what? Prices will drop a little bit because the supply will outstrip the demand.
Right, and people move to places like Las Vegas and Texas and Florida because they were building and people were coming. They're trying to get away from stuff. Now you have issues where people are there and they want to leave because it's hot.
It's hotter.
I didn't know. Is this hot?
It's hotter than well, I can't say any of those things.
Well, all right. So I don't know if you know this. I was on a podcast Friday. It was this guy, not our podcast, somebody else's. And he was asking me about, I don't know if you heard about, but they're trying to remove all medical collections and everything off your credit report, permanent, where they can't use it as part of it. Huh?
They're going to hold you harmless.
Well, they're going to say, okay, you can't. So right now, if debt collector's coming after you and says you owe a medical bill, we're going to put on, it's going to go on your credit unless you do this. They feel the pressure from that. That's what they're saying. I don't know. But long story short, we don't even hold it against them anymore.
Right.
It just affects their actual credit score.
Right.
So CFPB is aiming to get that to where it's not going to be on the credit report anymore, period. No matter if you owe it or not, it's not going to be on the credit report.
It's just not going to show up.
Correct. Debt collectors will no longer be able to threaten you that they're going to put on your credit report.
All right. Well, that's kind of a good thing for trying to buy a home.
It's a good thing no matter what. I mean,
well, but if you owe money, you owe money.
Right. That doesn't mean you don't pay it, but
Right.
right now they can't put it on for almost a year. So you have time to fix it and get it taken care of.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get into know your plan, know your stuff. That's not my job. I'm just reporting what the CFPB, which is the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, which really stands for we're going to bend over all the lenders. Anyway.
Yep. I'm fighting one right now, 20-minute consultation with a back specialist in Stanford. Got the referral from my doctor, made sure it was covered by my insurance, and they're saying, oh, no, not covered. So we'll see.
I always say that first, you got to fight.
Yep.
That was there's been many shows over the past. That's what, where they hold up the hospital and stuff because of those denials, and then they finally pay them.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
I got something else.
Go for it.
Realtor.com, they last week put out articles. I don't know if we talked about it, said it was better to rent than to buy in most metropolitan cities. The issue with that statement was they just looked at the payments. They didn't look at amortization, appreciation, rental renewal increases, tax benefits, all the other stuff.
So they just compared mortgage payment against rent payment.
Yeah. So it said it would be cheaper. True, that would be, but long term, in 7 to 10 years, you have an appreciation of $131,000. So what is better?
Yeah.
You're better off to buy.
I don't like investing and making money. I want to put my money in something that's going to fail and not bring me any additional revenue, because I just want to be contrary.
All right. So this is how slow the news really is today, because news doesn't come up till Tuesday through Friday. Today is National One Hit Wonder Day. Yes.
Can we? Okay. I want to see your list.
So the top 4 are Macarena.
Well, yeah, but that hit goes on and on.
I know, but the one that I remember most of all is Soft Cell, Tainted Love.
Oh, that was a great song.
And I hated this song.
Grade. Oh, you don't like that song?
No,
Dexy's Midnight Runners?
No, I was more of the other. And then the number 4 is I'm Too Sexy. That's how bad the news was.
Yeah.
All right. So this week Tuesday, we have Case Schiller. Let me get rid of that. Tuesday, we have Case Schiller, FHFA, new home sales, mortgage apps, durable good orders on Wednesday. Thursday is the final look at the GDP for second quarter. That's where they relook at it and make sure it's the same or lower. As always, Thursday is initial jobless claims. But Friday is the big number, which is the PCE, which is a personal consumption expenditures.
Yeah.
They look at that for inflation. They're thinking going forward that the inflation is going to each month go up, but the year over year keep going down. But to get that to the 2% the Fed wants is going to take forever. And I think I said this on Friday. It was really hard for me to say, but the economists out there, they did a survey of 40 economists, and they said that 90% of them thinks the Fed has to do a lot more. 50% thinks 1 and 30% thinks 2. I think they're going to stay at these rates a lot longer than we expect them to, just because of the one thing that I keep saying that is the problem is the government spending.
Right.
We just saw it again. They're spending what the one thing they're not spending on. If you look at the barracks for all the military personnel right now, they're living in cockroaches and it's leaking ceilings and all this other stuff. They're falling apart. But we're more likely to give money to a foreign country than to take care of our own veterans and our own military. That needs to stop right now.
It's just money laundering.
It just needs to stop.
Gotta be money. Yeah. And we need the whole society, all of the United States should just crash on the Capitol and say, stop this shit right now.
Okay. Stop it. Make a phone call.
Yeah.
Don't go to the Capitol. We don't need no January 6th again. That was fake.
Make a phone call. No, the fake thing.
Yeah. Just like we made it to the moon.
I was there.
How come the boots are different? The footprint and the boot is different. I just saw the picture of that. Have you seen that? That's what the conspiracy is. When you look at the footprint and then his actual boots, 2 different treads. It's fake news.
Well, I think the people who live on the moon, that's the one we got the footprint of.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. We were trying to get him out of the camera. Look, we know you've been here for a while, but give us our glory for 15 minutes. Okay. NHD is going to change a little bit. The
Oh, so
National Hazard Zone Disclosure Report.
Really?
Yeah, there's 3 items that they're going to replace or put on there to disclose. I only can remember the 2 because they were so ludicrous, I thought. And the biggest one is rising sea levels is going to be on the Natural Hazard Zone Disclosure Report.
And what's the other one?
We talked about it Wednesday a little
You can't
bit.
remember it, can you?
No, I'm having a trouble.
Would it be the climate change?
Oh, yeah. Climate change, sea rising. The first one, Shauna, what was it? It was, oh, man.
I mean, those 2 are the most ridiculous. So they're trying, in order to get us to believe in it, they have to put it in a disclosure so that everybody who does transfer of real estate has to sign a disclosure that says, you understand that the sea is rising and you understand that there's climate change.
Yeah.
Whether or not we know for 100%, we don't know for 100%. There's 50-50 on each side. There's certain numbers that show one way or another and they skew. And they only go back 800,000 years because if they go back 1 million years, their numbers don't work.
No, because carbon levels were so freaking high.
But the Earth goes through cycles.
It's almost as if we're disclosing a mythical thing, because neither side can prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt.
When are they going to protect the unicorns?
Well, that's a different disclosure. That's coming up. That's the UPI, Unicorn Protection Index. That is going to be on a document that we're going to sign.
There are some potentially in the forest somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if it's on TV, it's real, right?
Well, yeah. And Sasquatch rides them.
Yeah. Funny thing the other day, right? We're getting ready to go to the cabin. My wife's bringing in the trash cans. And I was like, I got to get my camera, film this. And like, hey, this is the most amazing thing I've seen. I haven't seen this. This is like Lessie. This is like the mom. I was going to go through this whole thing on TikTok about how women bringing in trash cans is the one sight in history you never normally see in captivity.
Well, damn it.
I know.
Get an unblurred photo. Make sure it's not blurry. Get your Canon.
I had my phone and I just didn't have time to do it. And then I was going to say, okay, and the one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to interrupt them because it's like waking a sleepwalker. You could be, I was going to go, Marsha, what are you doing? And have her get all pissed off and flip me off. I was like, we just missed a perfect opportunity to go viral on TikTok. Anyway, but it was funny because I didn't even know she knew where they went.
Yeah. Did she put them in the right spot?
Well, she put them backwards, but they're still there. You put the blue one all the way in and then the other one because you don't always have enough recycle each week.
So she just wheeled them in this way.
It doesn't. Hey, they're in.
They're in.
She found out where they went.
That's
all that matters.
Gotta love her.
Yeah.
I love her.
But I was like, damn. It was perfect because I was right in between. I could have been in between the trees and this plant. And it would have been perfect. And I was like, damn this.
Yeah.
I told her and she's like, I go, can we redo it? And no.
Shauna, what was the third thing on the NHD that they're going to change? Were you in that meeting at all?
That's like if she's listening.
Well, she was for a second. She might be off. Anyway, the third, all 3 were just like the audience went, really?
Well, that's just this government pushing their agenda on us. Meaning that they want to focus. Yeah. How do you do it? You make everybody put on a disclosure because it's got to be real if it's on a disclosure.
There are quite a few new laws that are still sitting on the governor's desk. I guess he's got a few more days to be able to sign them in. One of our lead attorneys thinks that there's no reason why the governor won't because they're anti-home ownership and anti-landlord. So there's going to be some new laws that are going to decrease the rights of the landlord. And I look at these things and the unforeseen circumstances or consequences for laws like this are the mom and pops that are going to say, okay, I'll throw the towel in. I'm done. I'm going to sell this home. It's probably going to go to not another investor who's going to rent it out, probably a homeowner. So there'll be fewer rentals on the market. It's just,
I think it's going to go BlackRock.
Well, I don't see BlackRock picking up 1 or 2 homes.
They do.
Maybe they do, but
they do through another LLC.
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of competition for single-family home ownership, vying for those properties. And if you got good agents, they'll make it happen. Yeah. It's just sad.
Layered energy applications.
It could have been Alvina, but I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't think that's what it was. on the natural hazard.
Well, did you know like
report.
Ford has lost $3 billion last year in their EV department?
Well, where did they put it?
No, that whole department, they didn't lose it. It's just nobody wants them.
Yeah. Well, they're Fords and they're EVs. So you saw AOC.
I don't try. I
the
always
ding dong of the East.
She has a Tesla.
Speaking about how she has a Tesla, and the reporter says, "But you guys have a Tesla. Don't you think that's counter
it's
what
not
you're saying?"
union?
And she said, "Well, at the time, there wasn't a car out that could go the distance I had to go, but the Tesla could. And we're actually thinking about buying another one and getting rid of the Tesla. It's going to be another Tesla."
Yeah, it's a wildfires, climate change, and sea level on wildfires.
Wildfires. Okay.
Wildfires.
Thanks. Thank you.
So
wildfires actually do exist.
Yes, we do know
I've
that.
seen one once before.
But they're usually created by people.
Yeah. Or those laser beams that come down from the sky.
You mean lightning?
Laser beams.
Lightning. Anyway, back to our previous. No, those disclosures are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Climate change and sea level. And I'm not, okay, someone will say, you're a climate denier. So are you. You're denying that climate's okay.
Yeah.
But if I say it's okay and you say it's not, I'm a climate denier. No, I'm not. I'm just denying what you're saying.
Yeah.
Doesn't make me a climate denier.
Opinion.
Yeah. I mean, and be honest with you, who gives a fuck? We're not going to be here.
Well, National Geographic says that
in 50 years, none of us are going to be here.
Yeah.
And I'm talking, are listening to me right now? Most people in 50 years aren't going to be here who's listening to us.
I'll be 112. I'll still be talking. And you'll still be talking over me. You just
well, speak faster.
No, I don't want to. But National Geographic, I was reading an article the other day, just reading both sides. They say it's risen.
The sea level you're talking about.
Sea level. Yeah. No, something else rose 8 inches in the last 25 years. And which is a lot compared to the 13 inches it rose over, the last couple hundred years.
Right.
Yeah. So I automatically thought, you know what it is? It's those really good winters where we have a very good rain and all that water rushes out to the ocean because we don't store any of it.
You think that's what it is?
Well, because if your ice melts in your cocktail, does your glass overflow?
No.
Okay.
But I've never risen 13 inches either. So.
Well, no, and you never will. Sorry.
No, but it
has risen.
But the issue is don't even get me started on that. The issue is with all this is yes, we've seen certain things, but can something else also be causing this, right? Not just what we're doing.
Right.
And the biggest thing is, okay, we're in California disclosing these stupid things, right? You guys as real estate agents, but India and China and all these other countries are laughing all the way to the bank and going, what a ridiculous country.
Yeah.
So worried about climate, and we're polluting like nobody's business over here.
Well, in the United States, the numbers are in. The United States is the least polluter of the world.
And so far, it's ridiculous, that graph, where we're at compared to everywhere else.
Yeah. So if we go net zero, what
we're not doing anything.
No, I know, but I mean, if we do, so a senator asked, I think it was one of my favorite ones, the Okie that's got the greatest draw in the entire world, asks the energy czar, if we go to net zero, what's the difference it's going to make on the world? Couldn't answer it.
Right. Nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, the rest of the world has billions they're putting in money for something, and we're throwing a penny in.
Yep.
That's what we're doing. We're throwing a penny.
Yep.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Anyway, guess what?
It's Monday.
Yeah, it's Monday and there's no inventory.
Well,
so go out and try to sell a home.
Well, I've had more people reach out wanting to do more, right? Because they're like, okay, I can see this as an opportunity, and it is an opportunity. And we keep saying a lot of people are like nervous. I've seen, and I understand why. We talked about this before. You see it on TikTok, you see it everywhere. 50% of the people are going, you guys are idiots thinking about doing this, and these people are telling you to do it. And the other side's like, hey, you got to be. Let's listen to the Barbara Corrigan, right? What's her name? Corcoran.
You got me all messed up.
Yeah, it's always me. And then, Dave Ramsey, the big wigs who are telling you that would normally tell you not to, and they're telling you to.
Right.
That's what you need to listen to. Not anybody who's on TikTok and flip over to see how many followers they have. And when they have 1,000 followers, well, there's one guy out of Las Vegas who has 200,000 followers or more,
Yeah.
and he's negative on everything.
Oh, well,
Because I think I think he is an investor who wants you not to go through an agent so he can get a really good deal.
Exactly.
There's always potential there for that.
Oh, and in Anaheim this week, watching the news, in between the news, the commercials come on, and there's this guy.
Do they?
Yeah, they do. They do come on, and I actually listened to this one because it was like I'd seen him a year ago, and he says, "I'm just a licensed agent. I'm not a realtor. I won't waste your money on those commissions and things, So if you want to sell your home quickly, I pay cash and I'll buy your home right away." Yeah, you might save 5-6%, but you're going to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars because he wants a deal.
Yeah, they're not doing it for free. That's
No.
like that. And I'm not knocking Osborne Homes, but they're on the TV now or radio, everything. We buy it for this. We pay you cash.
Right.
And all that. There's many of them out there, but they're not going to give you above and beyond what like an offer would be with a bunch of agents.
Right. It's just like Open Door. Open Door, sell your house right away. Don't have the hassles. You don't have to clean the house. Oh, well, how much money did you leave on the table?
Well, it's like I keep getting offers for my land.
Yeah.
At half of what it's worth.
Right.
Yeah.
You need to list it with a really good agent.
I don't know. I'm not listing it anywhere, but I'm just saying, we'll buy your property cash.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. For, a third of what it's worth.
30%.
How'd you come up with that number?
Well, that's what we thought it was worth.
Yeah. What are you going to do? All right. I think we beat the bushes a little bit for a
things.
Monday with no news. And remember, it's national. What's today? You can't do what you need. National One Hit Wonder Day. So get out there and listen to Macarena, Tainted Love, Come On Eileen, and I'm Too Sexy.
Yeah, Come On Eileen. Let's see. What are some other? Oh,
that's it.
Question Mark and the Mysterians. One of my favorite one-hit wonders. And I can't remember the name of the.
Shocking, because you've been right on it today, Mr. Biden.
I know. It's like. Oh wait, I think I had a stroke.
You missed the LL Cool J. Did you hear that one?
Oh my God, called him a boy.
Not only that, he messed up his name on top of it.
What did he call him? He called him.
I don't even think I can mess it up that bad to say. Yeah. But anyway, be careful out there. There are a lot of people who are robbing people these days because it's tough out there.
Yeah.
Be careful. Keep your head on a swivel.
Keep your swiveled head.
All right. Make it a great day. Thanks for being here and thanks for watching us. And if you could do us a favor, go over to my YouTube channel, Mike Kelly's YouTube channel, and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
Make it a great day.
One of these days, I'll get some content.